So hello everyone, my name is Vilix and welcome back to the channel. Today we have Batman Beyond, and I'm really excited for this guy, especially because we don't get very many Batman Beyond figures, especially just in general Batman Beyond content and media. So I'm really excited to see how this guy looks outside of the packaging, so let's see just that. Alright, hello everyone, and a disclaimer. So I was really going to review this guy, or at the very least, I had already reviewed him, which he does look absolutely fantastic. Something that I found out as soon as I opened up the packaging was that my accessories came broken. These two right here were actually broken as soon as I opened the box. Well, actually not this one, but this one was, and as you can see, it just kind of falls apart. I tried gluing it, it didn't work. Now, you can see with this other one, the problem here is the fact that, look, if you see, as soon as I start moving this thing around, you can see that line starting to form. And that eventually just cracks and pops out, which is so infuriating. Now, taking a closer look at the figure, you can actually see that he has amazing details. Now, all throughout the body, there's little bits and pieces that when you focus on, there's so much detail all over this guy. Now, is he over-designed to most? Yeah, but honestly, I like over-designed messes. I think they look pretty great. You can see the Technomus sculpted in here all along the thighs, as well as the back. I think is where it gets the most amount of sculpting. I think it looks really good. Like, look at the amount of like actual detail there for a suit. I think it looks incredible. And looking at the sides right here, you can see the little lines that goes down the side, and it goes all the way throughout the body. It's very cool, and I personally, I think it's the cool suit. I think it's a cooler suit than the bland normal one, which I would have appreciated the normal one regardless, because, well, normal one is great, but this one's also great, and I have to admit that Amazing Yamaguchi killed it when it comes to this suit. So obviously, I won't be reviewing that part of the accessories, so that sucks. Be cautious if you do order them. Anyways, now looking at the wings, you can see that they're beautifully sculpted and painted. They're like this metallic red, which I like a lot. So you can see that it is a hinge right here, as well as having a Revoltech joint right here that goes on the shoulder. That's very nice, and it's the same for the other wing. Now, on the inside, obviously, you can see that the hinges right here, and as well as the line. That's very good. Now, as for the hands, they obviously are very good too. They remind me a lot of Black Panther, especially this portion. Now, you can see that he does have clawing hands, as well as this more like when he's flying hand, as well as two holding hands for the batarangs that we'll see in a bit, and these open hands. Now, as for the batarangs, they look really good. I don't know why I said batarangs. Batarangs, they look really good. I like them a lot. They come with two, so obviously they're going to be the same. Now, obviously, you were supposed to get this accessory that's supposed to replicate him flying, but obviously I can't really use it when the other one's broken and this one's about to break, and honestly, I just need replacements for these two. But something interesting is that about the faceplate is that you might see that he doesn't have an actual back shell for the face. It's not like a full, complete head. Now, it does look really good. I like it a lot. But you can see here that the rest of it is actually on the figure. You can see that it's meant to actually go over this, so that way you can get full range without it looking gappy, which is very nice. I think that's a nice thought, and I think it's a smarter way of doing this. Now, let's go over the articulation. Now, looking up, like I showed before, he does look all the way up, he does look all the way down, and as for head range, yes, he's gonna be able to move his head all around if need be. I mean, I don't know why you need that, but sure, it's there. Now, as for shoulder range, you are gonna get that Yamaguchi style, Revoltech style shoulder, so you are gonna be able to get full range of movement. You also do have a bicep swivel, which I also saw someone on Instagram break, so that's kind of sad. It was really stiff, and I guess it broke. Now, as for elbow range, he does get that full elbow range, and even more if you press on it more. Very good. Now, you do have forearm swivel, and his hand just kind of popped out. Now, but you can see that it's a wrist peg, so, you know, not the worst thing ever. You do get an extra wrist peg, I think, I believe. As for the torso range, you can see that it does swivel all around. He does also have that shoulder joint that I previously showed. Now, obviously, you are going to get that full range of movement. Very good. And it will go back quite the amount too, I believe. So you're going to be able to go that far back if you really need to. As well as for torso crunch, or torso crunch without the ab. You know, you're not going to get that far. but backwards you are going to get a little bit further because he wasn't slanted forwards. Very, very nice. You can also see all the little bits of detailing right here, which is very, very cool. I think this figure looks great, and I think it will look even better next to a Batman, but we'll see right now. Now you can see that right here, he does get that incredible ab crunch using the actual waist joint and his torso joint in combination or succession, I guess. I kind of forgot the word that's meant for that. Anyways, now you can see going backwards, he does go quite the amount back. Very, very good. Now you can also see that he does have a hip joint that I'm trying to get in not the belt, but there's actually another piece right here that goes into it, but sure, I guess. I'm just trying to maneuver it. As for thigh and leg joints, you could see that he is going to get that full split, and if you really wanted to, you could just turn this around so that way you can get without this little slant or slope, as well as going back and forwards, because this piece is a rubber piece because they made it like that, and it actually does have good amounts of detail on it, even for being like a rubber piece. You're going to get some full splits at the very least, and a thigh rotation if you really need it, and as well as that, I don't even know how much would this be. He just kicks his butt. He kicks his own butt. That's really good range, as well as a boot swivel for even more articulation, and an ankle pivot that goes forward and backwards, as well as sideways if this thing could stop unfocusing, sideways, and as well as a toe joint, which is very, very nice. And that basically wraps up the articulation. I think it looks very good, and I think it has really good range of articulation. Obviously, this company focuses on that. And yeah. But what about the problems? Well, it arose from QC problems. This leg was super duper stiff, and I'm talking about this joint right here. So that is literally like the source of the leg. So it was hard not being able to pose it because it was just so stiff I couldn't move it around. So I ended up having to heat up the figure, heat up these joints specifically, putting in some oil so that way it can move around fine. And then I was able to have fun. And now also the knee, when it came, was also like this, where it's super loose. It's super loose for no reason. Like compared to this one, it doesn't do that as much. Anyways, but yeah, those are some of the problems that this has. And also, very obviously, the accessories, it was broken, and I kind of just glued it right now just so that way it can look decent on camera. But if I even touch it or put the joints in, they will just break. So I asked Hobby Genki for some replacements, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, overall, should you get this figure? If you like Batman Beyond, and you like Terry McGinnis, and you like the suit, then yes, you should get it. But if you don't like any of those, then you could easily pass on this. From QC problems to just, I don't really think it comes with enough. It's generally not that worth it for you guys. For any Batman Beyond fan, though, I think it's worth it. I mean, you're almost never going to get a Batman Beyond figure, and honestly, he's really great. And because I suffer from my own problems, if you got, like, the figure and he comes perfectly fine, then yeah, I'd say you'd have an amazing time with him. I think he looks great, he articulates really good, and overall, I think he's just worth the money if you're a fan. Anyways, thank you for watching if you made it this far into the video. I'll see you guys next time. My name is Vilix, and bye!